Hello everybody, how you guys doing? Welcome to our channel. Yes, it's good to have you guys here. We're always moving from one broadcast to another broadcast. So help me and spread the news. Gather ye, gather ye. Today we have a bombshell, like bombshell of a program for you guys. Bombshell of a broadcast. We're going to take our time today. The issues plenty. That is, I don't even know where to start. The issues are so much. I don't know why every single day, if you put your ears to the ground, the kind of stories you'll be hearing coming out of Nigeria is something else. We're supposed to be covering the whole of Africa, but I tell you, oh my goodness, without disrespect to anybody, the amount of stories that come out of Nigeria, they are mind blowing. And we want to be there. We want to be there to bring you guys the real gist. We don't want adulterated information, because out there so many people are putting up things just because they want to get a click on their channels. And if today is your first time on our channel, make sure that you subscribe. That's a given. Now, a lot of you are joining us because you're looking for content that is coming from Canada. Here we have content like that. If you search on our videos, you're going to see a lot of content that deals only with Canada and what happens inside Canada. But a lot of times we focus on what happens in Nigeria, what happens in Africa, and then globally also. So you're welcome. If that's why you're here, relax. You're going to hear about breaking news. You're going to hear about trending news. You're going to hear about things that you need to hear about. We're starting off with what is trending now. Do you guys remember a couple of weeks ago, there was a video that was on the internet, and that was just a few days before Tiwa Savage came out with her album. So there was this buzz everywhere. They said they leaked a sex tape. Some people say, no, it's not true. Some people say, no, it's Tiwa Savage. Some people, no, it's not Tiwa Savage. At the end of the day, they discovered that it was actually Tiwa Savage in the tape. And soon after, she came out with her album. And we're like, what? Is that what this was all about? But our channel, we are not here just for sensational news. The reason why we are concerned about this is because we deal a lot with issues that are being faced by a larger majority of Nigerians. And we tend to find out that those people who occupy that larger majority of Nigerians, 75% of Nigerians are the youths. And so whatever story affects them, we care about it. We want to deal with it, and we don't just talk about it. We want to be proactive and be part of a solution. So when we begin to see that after Tiwa Savage came out with her sex tape, it caused controversy, it made her popular. Just a couple of days ago, we are now having to deal with the sex tape of another musician. And don't go away, we are not here just to talk about this musician's sex tape, who, by the way, his name is OXlade. We're also going to talk about someone who says, I cannot live next to an Igbo man. We're going to bring you guys a lot of other things. The Sylvester Omoroni case, and so many other things that are going on that you need to know. We're also going to bring you guys updates about what is happening in places where Boko Haram has taken over and has sacked whole local governments, if not a whole state. So stay tuned as we bring you all these updates. One thing we can assure you is that here we are focused and determined and committed in bringing you guys authentic news, trustworthy news, not just news, some crazy headings just so that you can come there and click and then find out that it is not true. You say, oh, if you're coming here for the first time, we pray that Almighty God will bless you, and Almighty God in Jesus' name, amen. Subscribe, this. No, we don't do that. We just put one big splash. Buhari flogged in United Nations. Trouble in Nigeria. US say they are going to bomb Nigeria tomorrow. And then people go, they even send it to me. You know, people send me those channels. And of course, I don't even open them. So we're talking about this guy, OXlade. You know him? Very nice Nigerian musician. This OXlade guy. Making a lot of waves. Making a lot of waves. You have played this, you've heard this song before. I can't play it because they're going to claim copyright. But you've heard his song, a lot of his songs. Very nice Afrobeat songs. But then he has chosen that the best way for him to blow is for him to go and do a sex tape. And I know all of you are like, everywhere we go, nobody's even playing the video. No, we have the video. Yes, I'm going to play the video for you. Some of you are like, Ogachi, they don't do it. Why? It's out there in the public. So if we don't get the video and play for you, you're going to say we are not up to date. We're going to play the video, but we're going to play the video in a responsible manner because you guys know that our channel is a responsible channel. So we're going to play the video tape of Nigerian musician OXlade. We're going to play his video tape and we're going to talk about it. Remember, make sure that you subscribe if you're not subscribed and share this video. Please share this video. Tell people that they have the tape on Worship Media and we're going to play that tape. We're going to play it live for you guys. We're not going to hide anything at all. But you know, the funny thing that really, really even surprised me is that this tape has caused a lot of controversy. It looks like, not that it looks like, immediately he released this tape, this guy started trending massively. The fact that we are talking about him tells you that he's trending. And some of you may think, oh, you're also helping him to trend. When something starts trending, it's not because of me. Do you understand? I won't make much difference. I know what I'm telling you. My duty, or our duty in Worship Media TV, is to take the news and present the facts for you. We're not promoting him, and we'll tell you that outrightly we think what he did is disgusting. Period. Honestly speaking, that is our stand. That's our opinion, just so you know where we stand. But it's our duty to show you the news as it is trending out there and then be able to present it properly. But what shocked me is that of all the reactions I've seen, it is the one that came from Unilag students that I still can't wrap my hands around. So let's see the one from Unilag students. This is the reaction from Unilag students. Can you believe it? Surulere is proud of you. We are proud of you, OXlade. You be man. You be real man. And you would think that it was because of something else they were rejoicing. This is so that is the famous OXlade sex tape that is trending all over the place. And you'll be wondering, why are we discussing this thing? Chidi, why is this? Have you turned into a gossip magazine? No, it's not because of that. But you cannot ignore something like this. You cannot ignore something like this. Because this guy, what he's doing is sending the wrong signal to the youth. This generation of youth, it is sending the wrong signal to them. And it's difficult for you to really argue with them. Because Tiwa Savage was going to release an album and she came up with this. And immediately it was all over the place. It went viral because she released a sex tape. Now, how are you going to blame this guy? And immediately he released this sex tape, it don't blow. It is trending everywhere. Guess what is going to happen? Give it a couple of days, you're going to see young people, other young musicians coming out with sex tapes. Just give it a shot. You'll see. You'll be here. They're going to come out with these sex tapes because that in Nigeria right now, it is difficult for youths. It's difficult for young people. There are no jobs. There are no opportunities. And they are watching their mates on the internet, which has become a global village. They are watching what is happening to their friends in real time. This is not the days when you post something and somebody no, you go live. You go live and you are reporting what you're doing, like you're eating. You put your video and people are watching what you're doing as at that time you're talking to them. And so you can imagine a young man in Nigeria with so much skills, with expectations, with ambitions, but nothing to show for it. And his friend is calling him or her from wherever part of the world they are to show them the kind of life that they're living. And this Nigerian has to contend with that. If it were you, what would you do? How will you feel? You feel really very bad. You really feel very bad. And that is why I can assure you that this is not going to be the last sex tape that you're going to see. And what makes it even concerning, and that's why you see that we're doing this, is that instead of people condemning him, people are not condemning him. In fact, there's a huge debate that is going on right now, a huge debate where people are, in fact, Twitter is ablaze, everywhere is ablaze, and they are all discussing this guy's video. And they are comparing him with Tiwa Savage. And people are saying, why are we not seeing the amount of condemnation that was seen when Tiwa Savage came out with her own sex tape? Why are we not seeing it with this OXlade? Somebody replied and said, the difference is that OXlade is a very young boy. He's a very young boy. And because of that, he's just behaving like youths behave. Now the whole life ahead of him is just living a reckless life because he is a very young youth. But Tiwa Savage is a mother and a role model and should have thought wiser than OXlade. Not my opinion, no. This is what people are saying online. You have your own opinion. When you watch this tape, make sure you leave us a comment and we'll see what you think. What do you think about this trend? What do you feel about it? Do you think it's normal? Do you think it is nobody's business? You think people should just get about with their business? What is this the only time? Is this the only time there's been a sex tape? There are sex tapes all over the place. Artists do it all over the world. Why is it a big deal? Is that what you're thinking? Excuse me. Is that what you're thinking? Are you thinking, why should I even be discussing it when there's so much happening all over the place? Let us know. Because the controversy is raging. It is seriously raging all over the place. Seriously raging all over the place. And I don't want us to just push it aside, because where this will lead, I can tell you, people should be very, very careful. And from that, we will we'll go to our next thing that we have for you guys today. There is plenty gist for you guys. I thought I had heard it all. Honestly, I thought maybe maybe what people are saying about Igbo people, this and that, is beginning to calm down. People are beginning to calm down. I thought I had heard it all until I heard this man saying that he can never live beside an Igbo man. In 2022, somebody says, I can't live, let me show you. I can't live beside an Igbo man. This is what somebody said. And the person who said this is not even like, this is not like somebody who doesn't know anything. This is a high-ranking police officer. High-ranking police officer. You will never believe it. But I'm going to show you the man. I'm going to read you what is his reasons, or what is his argument, and you tell me what you think. Because sometimes we show you what we think and you may not agree with it, but I would like to see what you think about this guy saying that no, he can't live with an Igbo man. Nothing will make him live with an Igbo man at all. I'm going to show you the picture just right now. Where is this picture? 12, 19. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, that's the man. This is the man who says, I cannot live with an Igbo man. I don't know if you guys are seeing it. For Life Esther, thank you so much. You're watching from Houston. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to pull up this man's picture because some people will not believe it until we show it to them. Okay? They won't believe what we're telling them. But I don't know why we can't have this man's picture up. Why now? Why don't we have this man's picture up? No, no people like this. I don't let them go. We have to do everything to bring his picture up. Yes, we have to do everything to bring his picture up. I'm gonna save his picture somewhere, and then we will we will see him. Uh, yes, replace it, and then we'll pull your picture up because people need to see you. Who knows if we don't show you now, tomorrow you go and deceive somebody else. So guys, I finally have his picture. Let me remove myself so we can focus on this man. So this is the man that says an Igbo man cannot be my neighbor. That's what he said. He said an Igbo man cannot be my neighbor. This is Deputy Commissioner of Police Ibrahim Babazango. A Sultana cannot be my neighbor. This is what this man said. He said, a Sultana cannot be my neighbor. A Sultana cannot be my this. And you know the thing that is paining me about Nigerian government and the way they do things. If someone, you see, the people that keep it is the government themselves that divide us. It is the government themselves that bring about the issues that you see in Nigeria. It's not the citizens. Every time somebody comes and says, "Oh, Chidi, it is the citizens' fault," I say, "How is it the citizens' fault? How? How can you blame the citizens? It's not. You can't blame the citizens. See somebody who is a member of the force. Look, I even put my head. Then remove this guy. He is the one that is saying that he cannot have a Sultana live beside him. Not just an Igbo man, no. He says a Sultana. And what is his reason? He says Deputy Commissioner of Police to a Sultana cannot be my neighbor. Deputy Commissioner of Police to an Igbo man. This is what he said to an Igbo man who bought a property near his house in Adamawa. The Deputy Commissioner of Police, Ibrahim Babazango, has allegedly threatened violent attacks against one Vincent Tume for buying property near his house in Adamawa State. Sahara reporters learned that the police boss, who hails from Adamawa, this man is from Adamawa, claimed he did not want a Southerner as his next door neighbor. Can you imagine? Babazango, who is currently attached to the Lagos State Police Command, was reportedly infuriated to learn that a Southeasterner was his neighbor. He's there in Lagos, who is quarreling for something that's happening in Adamawa. Sahara reporters learned that the property is located at 33 Mohammed Mustafa Way, opposite Ford Oil, Yola, in Adamawa State. So it's not like something that is not located somewhere. Now, in a viral audio, Babazango was heard warning Ume to reverse the purchase deal or face bitter consequences, including no guarantee of his personal safety. Because he's a policeman now. Are you joking with police people? I'm a policeman. I can do anything to you in Nigeria and nobody will ask any questions. We're a homogeneous community. I don't want you. You can't be my next door neighbor. I swear, what sort of insult is this? Can any northerner move now to the southeast, say Onitsha, and just bump into any neighborhood to buy a property just like that? The DCP queried. You see, that's where people make a lot of mistakes. People make these mistakes a lot. Why do you keep saying that people cannot go to the east and buy property? Who told you? Who told you that people cannot go to the east and buy property? The east is, I'm telling you, is one of the freest places where you can come and buy land. Things are well structured there. If you know the right thing to do, you buy your land, you pay, it is finished. I know in so many other parts of the country, I'm talking about Nigeria, you go and buy land. After buying land, you have to see these people, see that people, see that, and then they keep coming back later to collect commission every year from you for buying that land. You want to, maybe I should do a program so that you see the experience of Igbo people who have had to live elsewhere. As you know, it's not rocket science. Ask around and they'll tell you. If you want to buy a house in Onitsha, the problem is that why? Why would you be able to buy a house in Onitsha? Are you doing business there? Of course, there are people who do businesses in Onitsha. There are people from the north who have been in Onitsha before I was born. They have houses, those that want to have houses. But I know that the normal practice used to be that Northerners will come to Onitsha, do their trading, save up enough money to travel to Saudi Arabia for Mecca. That used to be a lot of them, their life's ambition. So they don't care about, and because of their religion, they don't care about a lot of earthly wealth, even though those that teach them that are riding jet planes all over the place and building mighty mansions. The same fault we have in our religions, the Christian, the Muslim, so many other religions. You teach people not to do this and you go and do it. And if they complain, you say, do as I preach, don't do as I live. So do you understand? Nobody has ever prevented anybody from any part of Nigeria from building in any part of Eastern Nigeria. Not now. Maybe sometime in the past. If you read the history of Rivers people and Igbo people, there's that controversy over land and where you have to get. Those were in those days. But we're talking about 2022. If you see any land you like and you want to buy it, you just go talk. If you're an agent or whatever, talk with the real owner of the land. That's why people write not for sale, not for sale. A lot of times, people will still see that not for sale and they will still go for that land and believe that a miracle will make them own that land. And if somebody dupes them, what do you want people to do? So you get it now? Nobody in Igbo land has ever collectively, because individuals can say what they like, but I have not seen a collective agreement to deny people from being able to buy land in the southeast. Not Onitsha, not Enugu, not Ebonyi, not Imo State, not Abia State. If you have your money, because the real estate there is that I can assure you, the real estate there is through the roof. Very expensive. But if you have the money, you go there, you pay, and they sell the land to you, and you can build your house. Narrating his ordeal, Ume said, I acquired the property late last year from one Ismail Maman. The transaction was perfected and a little deed was issued to me. I was surprised to receive call from a man who introduced himself as DCP Ibrahim Baba Zango, a neighbor of Ismail Maman, who sold the property to me. He is supposed to be a neighbor. This is not, you see how people just go and buy trouble. This land that we're talking about does not belong to this man we are talking about. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you just imagine that? Since I was surprised to receive a call from a man who introduced himself as DCP Ibrahim Baba Zango, a neighbor of Ismail Maman, who sold the properties to me. He threatened that I should abandon the property because he could not guarantee my safety as his neighbor. At this time, at this point in time, this man should be in jail. Isn't that enough evidence? And there's recorded audio. I pleaded with him to no avail. I asked him what I did wrong by purchasing the property, at least within the context of the law. He kept yelling that I was not welcome in the neighborhood and I am a stranger in the community. Now, given his threat, I reported the matter to the police and Department of State Services. As it was further gathered, Baba Zango claimed that his former neighbor sold the property to Ome without offering him, Baba Zango, a neighbor, the first right to buy. Now the truth is coming out. Now the real truth is coming out. He said, you did not give me an opportunity to buy this land. You now went and sold it to somebody else. Therefore, I'll make life miserable for this guy. And when Sahara reporters contacted him, he stood his ground. When Sahara reporters contacted this man, he still stood his ground on the threat. You would have thought that when Sahara reporters confronted him, he's going to say, no, I didn't say it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, forgive me. Oh, it's something that happened. The man said, no, I said it. I mean it. I cannot live with this neighbor. That is another picture of what our society has become. Deep division, deeply divided amongst tribal lines. I'm telling you, when they say that, oh, IPOB person threatened or made noise or do this, you carry the person and throw them into prison. All activists, every time they talk, you're listening. You want to say whether they threaten somebody. What is more of a life threat than what you just heard now? Everybody has heard it. And the funny thing is that everybody knows the truth. It's only the government that refuses to or plays dead when it comes to knowing the truth. However, all of us know the truth. All of us know the truth. You can't tell us what the truth is. All we want is for you to just do what it says. Guys, like always, I'm going to take a 30 seconds break. And when I come back, we'll talk about other issues. Talk about scammers. And you see how they scammed a young girl in Nigeria. But I'll be back, okay? Just make sure that you subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right, I'll see you guys later. Okay, guys, we're back. We're back. Thank you so much if you're just joining us and if you have subscribed. It is very important that you click the notification bell, but most importantly is that you give us a thumbs up or some kind of reaction. It's important for us to remain active on the internet space, okay, so that we YouTube will see the amount of engagement. I'll be able to send the video around. So please, it is very important to us. Look, there are things that are going on right now in the country that really baffles me. It's not like it never used to be there, but the rate of desperation, it is so alarming. It is so disturbing. I'm telling you, it is so disturbing. For Life Esther, Dr. Erica is doing very well. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. She's doing very well. You know, we have thousands and thousands of things that we do. So she's taking care of business. Okay, but she sends her love. Thank you so much. So I'm going to show you this guy. The reason why we recorded um, this guy's page is because we know that he is going to delete this story very soon. He's going to delete the story very soon. So what we have done, we're going to tell you a story. We're going to let you hear it from the person who was involved, and then we'll come and talk about this guy. I'm sure maybe by now he has even deleted his his uh, his account. All right, now this story I'm going to tell you guys now is 17 years old girl. He was crying for help after a big boy, the big boy in the photo that you're going to see. Actually, let me put up his picture so you guys see who we're talking about. And you know, they keep devising new ways of doing these their hideous crimes. Or you know what? Let me play this and then we'll come and talk about it.
Meanwhile, the guy was sitting at the office. So all of a sudden, it just came out that he wants to get something outside. I said, okay. Not knowing the phone of the thing, he said, okay, no problem. Since then, we have been looking for him. We have not seen him. We have not been picking up his phone. His name is Khaled. His Facebook name is CVC Nation.
Let me play it again.
Meanwhile, the guy was sitting at the office. So all of a sudden, it just came out that he wants to get something outside. I said, okay. Not knowing the phone of the thing, he said, okay, no problem. Since then, we have been looking for him. We have not seen him. We have not been picking up his phone. His name is Khaled. His Facebook name is CVC Nation. Meanwhile, the guy was sitting at the office.
So this is the young girl narrating what happened to her. Now we're going to show you that Caleb because we did a search around and we saw he hadn't deleted his account. The reason is because this was done immediately after this thing happened. And you know what he did? He switched off his phone. A mumu man like him, you know, when people plan things, they leave some traces, and they don't usually tighten up the loose ends in there, especially when it's crime. So this guy, what he did was he turned off his phone, but he didn't go and shut down his social media handles. So we knew that he might be able to shut it down, you know, in a short time, maybe by the time he turns on his phone. So we went and Dr. Eric actually recorded a navigation around his social media page. I think it's his Facebook page, but let's play it and you see. So his name is CVC Nation Z. And if you scroll, you can see the kind of person that he is. See more pictures about him. See, this is who he is. This is a picture of him. These are different pictures of him. See, this one is so clear. Anybody will use this to know him. So these are more pictures of him. I know he's going to delete them. He's going to shut down his, I've not even checked his Facebook account, but we know that he is going to shut down this Facebook account very, very soon. So please, if you play this video, when you're listening to it, pause and enlarge the picture, take the information there, go around and see if there's a way you can help us track this guy down. It's a big village and there are people with skills whom I know will be able to track this guy down. He can't run, he can't go very far. Please, let's track him down, at least to teach a lesson to other people. You know, a lot of people work hard and other people just come and just take their money, you know, through scams. So please, again, if you watch the video, pause as the video is playing so you'll be able to catch his face very well. You can even zoom, okay? And if you see him anywhere, you report it to the police. And the way he took the phone is the kind of thing that happens every day. Nobody would have suspected that he would just run away with the phone. Sometimes these phone places are very busy. People are coming asking for this, asking for that, and you just wouldn't think that somebody would take the phone and just walk away. So please, not just that it happened, the part that really worries us, and this is just as we keep advising young people, is this girl said they met on the internet. He met this man, this Caleb of a person, online, and already you trusted him. So these days that everybody is online, that COVID did not even help anything. Everybody was online. We all got our internet account. We all got our YouTube account. We all got Twitter, TikTok, everything. So people are spending more time on the internet. And the people who are falling prey more are young people because they can believe anything. They can believe anything. Remember, the Bible talks about the young man being foolish. So the way the brain of a young man or a young woman thinks is so different. They don't care so much about danger. If you're much grown up, you can take calculated risks. You're afraid of danger. You're respectful. But at these early stages, people are very gullible. And that's what led this girl into trouble. Because someone started checking her online. She might not tell us now, but someone started checking her. And see what happened. She agreed. Said, "Oh, I'll buy you phone. Let's go meet at the phone shop or whatever." And they got there, took the phone. Okay, let me see whether reception is outside. And he ran away. And now they have to hold the girl because at least that's the evidence they have. You need to be very, very, very careful. And young people, you're the ones that we are really, really focusing on. You're the ones that we are talking to, because you can see most of our reporting today was really focusing on young people. And with that, we're going to come over to the story of Sylvester. You guys know Sylvester, who was killed as a result of injuries he sustained He died as a result of injuries he sustained at at um, at the Dowen College. You guys remember that story? He was raped by his fellow students, was beaten up, and he later died out of those injuries. Well, the good thing is a big fish has stepped into the case. A big fish. These are the kind of things that when it happens, you're so glad. Because when people don't have someone to speak for them, then the big person will be able to intimidate them. So far, the parents of this child have fought and fought and fought with their friends, but the schools seem to be winning. And now we have a big fish on the matter. So everything don't change now. Everything has changed because we have now a big fish in the matter. Do you understand? We're going to expect that new things will happen now that Femi Falana is on the case. So let me just give you a small brief. I said human rights lawyer Mr. Femi Falana's son has berated Lagos State Commissioner of Police Hakeem Odumosu for saying deceased Doyin College student Sylvester Omoroni died of natural causes when the facts had not been established by the coroner's inquest. So coroner is, the coroner, who's the coroner? Coroner is somebody who certifies people dead or alive. And why they have to do an investigation to see what led to this person's death. But while they were still conducting their investigation, can you imagine that the State Commissioner of Police, Hakeem Odumosu, came and said that the deceased Dowen College student, Sylvester Omoroni, died of natural causes. The police has now become the people who perform autopsy. Said he died of natural causes. Who knows how much he was paid? And that's Nigeria for you. Falana also rejected the report purportedly issued by the Director of Public Prosecutions, adding that the person who signed the report had no power to do so. The senior advocate, who is a lawyer to the Omoroni family, said this during a chat with on Sunday with the correspondents of I think the Punch newspaper. The police had released all the suspects connected to Omoroni's death based on a legal advice sent to the police and the Lagos State government by Lagos State Director of Public Prosecution Adetutu Osinusi, dated January 4, 2021. But Falana said there was no DPP as of the time Osinusi signed his statement. He therefore argued that the report was unacceptable. He said under the coroner systems law of Lagos State, only the coroner appointed by the chief coroner is competent to speak authoritatively on the cause of death of any person whose death arose from suspicious circumstances. So the statement credited to an official in the office of the DPP and the CP is deliberately meant to subvert the inquest being conducted by the coroner. An inquest, by the way, is a judicial inquiry into the cause of death of any person whose death is unnatural in Lagos State. They have it all over the different states, I hope. One Adetutu Osinusi, who wrote the legal office, purportedly declaring the suspect was not and is not the director of public prosecutions in Lagos State. Sorry. One Adetutu Osinusi, who wrote the legal advice purportedly clearing the suspect, was not and is not the director of public prosecutions in Lagos State. So it's only the director of public prosecutions in Lagos State that can write that kind of letter. On January 4th, when she allegedly wrote that illegal advice, there was no acting or substantive DPP in Lagos State. I don't know what's a DPP. We therefore advise the CP. I know CP is Commissioner of Police. Well, we advise CP to bring the. We therefore advise the CP to stop making comments on the unfortunate death of Sylvester Omoroni, since he has said the matter is pending before the coroner. Now, this is what happens when you bring a smart person. When you bring a smart person forward, this is what happens. And that's why we're glad that someone like Femi Falana is on the case right now. Now we can expect justice. Okay, not like when they just did. That's the problem with Nigeria. They just came and did this sha all over the place, just like that, and they thought, oh, they were okay now. Everything is okay. We can now go ahead and do whatever we're doing. The coast is clear. I don't think it's going to be business as usual. No way. It's not going to be business as usual. Let me bring this story for you guys, and then we'll see. In Niger State, I want you to see what is happening in Niger State, because you don't see this in mainstream media. The government acts like everything is okay. The media that has grown teeth like bulldogs don't say anything. Just watch.
Masu gudun ne su ma?
Okay, guys, this is what goes on, and the government doesn't like to talk about this. I'm telling you, what you just saw is as a result of Boko Haram attack in Niger State. You know, the government is fond of going to the east And right now they're killing people, in Abia states, in Imo states, on fighting IPOB. But look at what is happening in Niger. So many. If you see so many pictures, you will not believe it. In Niger State, can you imagine? Somebody said if the country were ruled by a southerner, the northern elites would have galvanized the gullible youth to start unleashing mayhem on southerners like they did during the former administration. See? But now, who are you going to accuse? Who will you accuse? But I feel so bad. Oh, someone is telling me that my connection is glitchy. Oh, sorry about that. They say my connection is glitchy. Anyway, that's about the last story that we have for you guys today. It's important that the government faces the problem where the problem is and not turning to the southeast, turning to activists, wasting resources, trying to fight people who are not their problem. The real fight is up there, up north, where Boko Haram has taken over a whole state. If we were talking about it without showing you the video, maybe you will not believe us. But just look at that video and see what's going on there. So don't forget that today we touched on a lot of stories. We told you guys about OXlade, and we showed you the OXlade video. So if you're just joining now, you can go back and see the OXlade leaked sex tape. Of course, we showed it responsibly. Um, we had to put some blurring just to make it decent for you to watch, and not that you want to see where people are having sex, but just to prove to you that it actually happened, and then so that YouTube can allow us to share it. And we also heard that the lady who was involved in that sex tape has sued OXlade for $20 million for damages because she said that was something that happened a long time ago and that she had moved on. She had a new girlfriend, but this guy didn't even tell her anything about it. So we'll assume that she's thinking it was done with it, like it was done without her notice. That's what I think she's trying to say. She didn't even know when the tape was going on. Well, uh, who am I to agree or disagree? We also brought you guys story about the commissioner of police who said that he is not going to live with an Igbo man, a southerner, and should go and change the land papers. And we also told you guys that Femi Falana is now sitting on the Sylvester Omoroni case. And we hope you enjoyed the program today. And I want to apologize to you guys that what we're doing is we have a commitment to always bring you guys breaking news, and we don't want to leave the media space without participating, because otherwise those guys who are our enemies, those guys who are jokers, I mean the politicians, they will come there and they will take over the media space. So sometimes even when we are tired, we're sleepy, we still make this commitment to bring you the news. So thank you so much for accommodating if there are any shortcomings. And our times also will change between 12 and 2, between 12 and 4 p.m. In Toronto, which is the equivalent of between 6, I think, between 6 p.m. to 10, 12 p.m. in Nigeria. This is because sometimes we have to alternate between what we do, like our other full-time jobs, and these commitments that we have taken to bring you guys updates on breaking news and to kind of help to direct the discussion out there. From all of us here in the Toronto studios of Worship Media and on behalf of Dr. Erica, my name is Dr. Chidi. I love you guys, and I'll see you shortly in our next video. Bye-bye.